Hello and a warm welcome to English Passage, your home for learning English through the timeless power of storytelling. If you've ever found yourself hesitating before speaking, worrying about grammar slips, or feeling unsure of your vocabulary, this video is for you. Today, we're diving into a topic that every English learner experiences at some point. Mistakes. They may seem like obstacles, but they are actually invitations to grow. This episode is not about judging or criticizing errors, it's about understanding them, learning from them, and transforming them into strengths. We'll explore the most common mistakes in grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary, sentence structure, and speaking habits. But we won't stop there. Through realistic, engaging stories, we'll help you remember corrections more naturally without memorizing rules. These stories will mirror the moments you live every day, moments of confusion, reflection, laughter, and learning. In this journey, we'll go phase by phase, helping you identify your weak spots and strengthen them with clarity. This isn't just a lesson. It's a guide to better English, better confidence, and better connection with those around you. Let's begin our journey into the most common English mistakes and discover together how to fix them one story at a time. Phase 1. Grammar mistakes. Grammar is the skeleton of any language. When used correctly, it holds your message upright. But small grammar errors can make your speech confusing or less professional. In this phase, we highlight the most common grammar mistakes English learners make and how to fix them with confidence. Through the story of Priya, a dedicated learner who says he go to school every day, we explore mistakes like subject-verb agreement, incorrect verb tenses, article misuse, and preposition confusion. These errors are incredibly common and happen even among advanced learners when they speak quickly or under pressure. We'll show you how to listen to real English phrases, practice with natural repetition, and build grammar naturally, not just by memorizing rules, but by speaking through stories and corrected examples. This section sets the tone for the rest of the video by reminding us that grammar is not about being perfect. It's about being understood and confident in everyday conversation. Story setup. A student, Priya, keeps saying he go to school every day and wonders why people correct her. Common errors. Subject-verb agreement, he go, he goes. Tense confusion, I see him yesterday, I saw him yesterday. Articles, I saw elephant, I saw an elephant. Prepositions, married with, married to. Correction techniques. Listen to native phrases in stories. Shadow correct structures. Practice with repetition and feedback. English practice tips. Make mini stories using correct grammar. Read aloud corrected examples. Phase 2. Vocabulary confusion. Words are powerful, but only when they're used correctly. This phase addresses the frequent mistakes learners make when choosing the right word for the right situation. Vocabulary confusion often happens when translating directly from a native language or misunderstanding similar-sounding English words. In this part, we'll break down how to avoid confusing adjectives, choose the right expressions, and enrich your vocabulary with smarter choices through real-life examples and everyday scenarios. Vocabulary mastery goes beyond knowing what a word means. It's about knowing when and how to use it. Misusing a single word can shift the meaning of an entire sentence, or worse, cause miscommunication in professional and social situations. But the good news? With the help of guided storytelling and contextual learning, you can build a strong vocabulary base that communicates your ideas effectively. Story setup. Meet Omar, who said, I am boring instead of I am bored in a job interview and watched the interviewer smile awkwardly. Common vocabulary mistakes. Confusing adjectives, bored boring, interested interesting. Using wrong words due to translation, actually versus currently. Overusing very, very big huge, very good excellent. Correction techniques. Learn words in phrases, not alone. Use visual stories to remember differences. Replace very with stronger vocabulary. Practice tip. Create a vocabulary diary with before and after corrections. Phase 3. Pronunciation problems. Even when you know the right words, pronunciation can still cause misunderstanding. In this phase, we explore some of the most common pronunciation challenges that English learners face, and how small changes in sound can lead to big differences in meaning. We'll demonstrate how to clearly produce tricky sounds, train your mouth with specific exercises, and hear the difference through storytelling-based correction methods. Pronunciation affects your clarity and confidence. When your pronunciation is unclear, even simple words can be misunderstood. This can lead to frustration and hesitation when speaking. But with focused listening, repetition, and muscle training, anyone can improve how they sound. Story setup. A learner orders 3 coffees but receives free. What happened? Confusing theta and F sounds. Common pronunciation errors. H sounds, think versus sink. V and W, west versus west. Silent letters, no, det. How to fix them? Use mirror practice for mouth shape. Imitate native speech with shadowing. Record and play back to hear yourself. Fluency exercise. Tongue twisters, example, 3 free throws. Story retelling with target sounds. Phase 4. Sentence structure. How you organize your words can completely change how your sentence sounds and how clearly it's understood. In this section, we'll focus on building strong, clear sentence structure by fixing misplaced words, incomplete thoughts, and awkward arrangements. Through examples and real dialogue, we'll see how small improvements in word order can greatly improve your fluency. Sentence structure is the foundation of fluency. Even if your vocabulary is strong, if your sentence order is confusing, your meaning can be lost. Learning to place subjects, verbs, and objects correctly helps you communicate with greater clarity and confidence. This section uses storytelling and conversational examples to help you internalize word order patterns that work in real English. Story setup. Lena says, always I am happy, instead of I am always happy. Her sentence sounds awkward, but understandable. Mistakes to watch. Word order, especially with adverbs. Missing auxiliary verbs. You going? Are you going? Run-on sentences or sentence fragments. Solutions. Learn from how sentences are used in stories. Break down long sentences. Practice building full sentences out loud. Helpful frame. I plus auxiliary plus verb plus object. Phase 5. Common speaking mistakes. When speaking out loud, many learners develop habits that seem small but can greatly affect how natural or fluent they sound. This phase highlights mistakes like overusing filler words, rushing sentences, or using unnatural phrases. We'll use storytelling to help you identify these patterns and replace them with smoother, more confident alternatives. Fluency is not just about what you say, it's also about how you say it. Fast, disorganized, or repetitive speech habits can distract from your message. Learning to slow down, pause naturally, and speak in a structured way makes your English clearer and more powerful. Story setup. Arjun uses filler words like oh, like too much while giving a presentation. Speaking habits to avoid. Filler overload. Speaking too fast. Using incorrect idioms or phrases. Correction tips. Slow down your speech. Learn natural sentence endings. Practice pauses and breathing. Story practice. Retell a story using correct pacing. Replace filler words with confident pauses. Phase 6. Listening and overcorrection. Fluency is not just about speaking, it's about listening, understanding, and staying calm while you do both. In this phase, we talk about the fear that causes learners to apologize too often, doubt themselves constantly, or interrupt their own sentences to correct minor errors. We'll learn how to listen better, trust ourselves more, and speak with confidence even when we're still learning. When learners overcorrect, they interrupt their flow and reduce their confidence. Good speakers are not perfect. They are clear, relatable, and calm under pressure. In this phase, we give you tools to manage your self-talk, accept natural errors, and build trust in your spoken English. Story setup. May tries to speak but stops herself too often, saying, "Sorry, my English is bad." Mistakes learners make. Apologizing unnecessarily. Correcting too much mid-sentence. Losing confidence due to perfectionism. Fix. Focus on fluency over perfection. Practice listening to real English stories. Build courage with daily speaking. Motivation tip. Everyone makes mistakes, even native speakers. Phase 7. Self-correction practice. Mistakes can be our best teachers if we learn to correct them properly. In this phase, we'll walk through a step-by-step routine for recognizing errors in your English, correcting them gently, and reinforcing the correct form through repetition. These techniques are designed to help you build awareness and accuracy over time, so you speak with less hesitation and more fluency. Self-correction is an advanced skill that turns mistakes into moments of learning. When you learn how to identify and fix your own errors, you gain control over your communication. This phase includes practical exercises to help you develop your internal language monitor, so you can become your own coach and see real improvement. Technique focus. Take a sentence with an error. Spot the mistake. Fix it. Say the correct version 3x aloud. Activity. Watch a short story. Write down errors you notice. Correct them and read aloud. Example. Incorrect. He don't has time. Correct. He doesn't have time. Repeat aloud. He doesn't have time. Let's bring everything we've learned together. We've covered the most common English mistakes in grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, sentence structure, and speaking habits. But more importantly, we've learned how to fix them using real-life situations, natural stories, and daily speaking habits. In this final phase, we challenge you to reflect and take action. Instead of only watching passively, write or record a short story where you intentionally correct 5 mistakes you've made before. This helps make your corrections part of your muscle memory. Comment below. What's one mistake you make often? And how you fix it? Thank you for joining us in this practical and empowering episode of English Passage. Remember, mistakes are not your enemy, they're your stepping stones to fluency. The key is to observe, learn, and grow from them. Every error carries a lesson. Every correction is a new path forward. And with every story you hear and every sentence you practice, you're building the foundation of clear, confident, and natural English communication. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who wants to grow too. We create each episode to help you not just learn English, but to live it boldly. Until next time, speak often, speak bravely, and speak like the learner who never gives up. We'll see you in the next story. Your challenge. Write or speak a short story where you intentionally correct 5 common English mistakes you've made before. Leave a comment. What mistake do you make most often? And how you fix it? At English Passage, we don't just correct grammar. We help you grow through language, one story at a time. Like, share, subscribe, and keep learning the right way. See you in the next story. Jai Hind. Vande Matram.